What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Y'all see the question that I'm posing in the title. Do y'all really understand lyricism? True lyricism, pure lyricism. There are a lot of artists who are considered to be great lyricists, and many of them absolutely fit that description to a T. Um, and that title is deserved. Um, there are also situations where you see people who may be given the title of, of a great lyricist, but they are kind of middle of the pack to good at best. Now, don't get me wrong, everything is a matter of opinion. Everything is subject to how you personally feel about the person that I look at as being this, the ultimate. You may say, he alright, and vice versa. Or you may not feel like he's that good at all. But I'm posing this question because I believe that I understand the different levels that exist within the realm of what we call master lyricism. And there are levels, there are layers, there are different rooms, different stories in the building. And I always equate it like that because there are certain people, if lyricism is this building, there are people who live on this floor, there are people who live on this floor, and then there are people who are in the freaking penthouse. And in some rare cases, there are people who live on top of the building. They live above the penthouse. And the way that I decipher that and determine that is based on a couple of things, but one particular thing, or one thing in particular. Sometimes we can listen to a person spitting some bars, and on impact, on that initial impact, we like, ooh, man, ooh, that boy's snapping. Ooh, that boy's going off. He's going off. And we're getting caught up in the flow pattern. We're getting caught up in possibly the way he's riding the beat. We get caught up in the beat itself. We get caught up in possibly a melody that they are spitting the rhyme in. We get caught up in a delivery and a smooth voice. We get caught up in levels of intensity and aggression that are displayed in the delivery, and all those are elements, very important elements that have an absolute place that contribute to something sounding good to us. But I'm one of the people who, and this is just me, and I ain't talking about you. I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about me. Maybe you agree with me. But I'm one of the people who I make a habit of when somebody says, hey man, you ought to listen to this guy. Hey man, check this guy out. Or if I just come across somebody, I make it a habit of stripping away all or anything that I feel is an accessory that can create a smoke screen. So I peel back layers like the ones that I just mentioned that I feel like in some cases cover up the meat, the main parts, and I go strictly to what you said. I don't care about the pattern, the flow pattern. Those are skills in itself. If a guy can spit real fast and he can ride the beat, now those are skills within themselves that again have a place. But I'm stripping you down to what you said, and I'm trying to extract any clever elements, any bars that just mind blowing. Anything that you said that was really put together in such an incredible way. Wordplay, punchlines, freaking multi-syllable action, double entendres, and I'm I'm going into all of that, metaphors and similes and all that, and I'm stripping you down to nothing but that. That's gonna be my determination of where you are as a lyricist, among some other things that if I can't get into everything, we'll be here all day. And once I get to that, if I make the determination of, because I'm removing everything, the beat too. Care how jammy your beat is. But sometimes we get caught up in those other things and we thinking the guy's snapping, and when you bust all that stuff down and peel back them layers, like, that really wasn't that hard. It really wasn't that good. It's just the way he laid it out and on the impact, it's like, whoo. So I look at the lyricist, but I also look at you. I look at the fan, the listeners too, because, you know, it makes me wonder. I'm like, are y'all really listening sometimes? And I ain't talking about to me. You know, I don't want y'all to think this post is nothing about me. I'm a fan of lyricism who happens to believe that I'm a lyricist as well. But I also like, are y'all really listening? He didn't really say nothing. And I ain't going to say nothing to you about what you think was good, because that's your opinion. But in my head, I'm like, it was all right, but he didn't really say nothing. Then it'll be something that somebody says that was incredible. I do this all the time. I hear somebody just say something that was incredible, and the other people around me, they'll just be like, and I'm like, y'all didn't hear that? Like, you didn't hear what he did? They didn't catch it. They didn't hear it. So the fan, I salute and commend that fan, that listener who catches it. That they peel back those, their mind moves at a rate where they're able to peel back those layers on contact. And if it's something that's really up high level, you got what I call the rewindables, where you got to go back and dissect and put it together and say, ooh. And the great ones, you can think you caught it on that first listen, and then you go back and you bust it down and dissect it, and you catch different layers inside of that. It's like, ooh, I didn't know that he said that. That's really dope. And on the flip side, something that you thought was super dope, when you dissect it, you find out it was just high. So do you really know lyricism? Do you really know? It's not just about the master lyricist, it's also about the master listener. Because the master listener is the one who has the ability to detect who is the master lyricist. Alright, man, let me shut up. It's your big brother K-Rino. Look, man, I'll drop another one on y'all real soon. Peace and love.